Bayern's defensive line is set up, but when zooming in, something catches the eye. There's Harry Kane. But wait, he's not a defender, not a midfielder, but a lethal striker, the man who should be inside the box. But now, he is in defense, head held high, and releases a precise pass that breaks all the marking. The curious detail, he was the guy who should have been up in attack to receive the ball. Seems absurd, right? But that's exactly what Harry Kane has been doing. The goal scorer the world knows is now often seen retreating to the center circle, asking for the ball from the defenders and distributing passes like a maestro. Why has one of the most lethal forwards on the planet decided to play as a midfielder? And yes, there is a brilliant reason behind this. You see, in the beginning, there with Pochettino at Tottenham, Kane was the classic English striker, direct, powerful, and lethal inside the box. But as the team started to play with more possession and high pressing, something changed. He started taking small steps back, just a few meters, not to leave the area, but to draw the defenders out of position so that he could receive the ball and quickly turn to pass it to teammates like Son or Dele Alli at speed. Those seconds became the signature of Pochettino's Tottenham. And the detail that almost no one noticed was the play started at Kane's feet. The guy who was supposed to finish was the same one who created the attack. Kane discovered something that few number 9s understood. When he moves back, he forces the defenders to choose the mistake. If they follow him, they leave a gap behind. If they do not follow, he has time to think and dismantle the opposing block with a pass. It is a tactical trap, and Kane is the player who sets it up perfectly. This spatial intelligence is what makes him so special. He doesn't drop back just for the sake of it. He drops back when the team can't connect the midfield with the attack. At those times, he practically becomes a number 8, the player who links the start of the play to the final attack. From a structural point of view, when Harry Kane drops back, the team completely changes formation. The midfielders, forwards, and wingers immediately move forward, turning into true attackers. At that moment, Kane's simple movement disrupts the opposing system. A defensive midfielder leaves their position to follow him, and in that brief moment of confusion, vertical lines open up. In the build-up play, this movement becomes vital. When Tottenham, or today Bayern, faces high pressure, Kane drops back as a playmaking pivot. He receives with his back turned, spins, and launches long diagonals, switching the play to the opposite side, exploiting the space left by pressing opponents. And during offensive transitions, this role becomes even more lethal. When the team regains possession, Kane positions himself behind the first line of the opposition, ready to receive and speed up the play. With 1 or 2 touches, his teammates are running behind the defense and the opponent is in trouble. Under Mourinho, this transformation reached its peak. Tottenham started playing with a low block, betting on counterattacks, and Kane became the starting point of everything. Instead of isolating Kane as a static forward, Mourinho gave him the freedom to move through the midfield. The exchange was worth it. Spurs transitioned from defense to attack in 2 or 3 passes. While Son sprinted behind the defense, it was Kane who launched, sometimes with a 40-meter pass worthy of a midfielder. That was when the world realized Harry Kane was not just a goal scorer, he was a playmaker. In England, Southgate and Tuchel got the message. When playing alongside players like Gordon, Rashford, or Saka, Kane's dropping movements increased the attack's fluidity. England, often accused of being too rigid, found in Kane a natural solution to connect the midfield to the final third of the field. He became an invisible link between the phases of the game. And that is why, even when he doesn't score, Kane remains the most important player on the field. In the Bundesliga, with its fast transition play, it seems tailor-made for him. While wingers like Sané and Musiala attack the spaces, he controls the rhythm, dictates the tempo, and decides where the attack begins. Few notice, but Bayern today plays to the rhythm of Harry Kane. Harry Kane is a perfect portrait of an era where the traditional striker is disappearing. Modern football no longer wants just a finisher. It wants a creator inside the box. Today, the number 9s need to be playmakers, connectors, and strategists all at the same time. And among all the big names who have tried to adapt to this new scenario, Benzema, Firmino, and even Haaland, no one balances creation and finishing like Harry Kane. Benzema transformed into a brilliant connector, capable of making the game flow and creating spaces. But even at the peak of Real Madrid, he rarely behaved as a deep-lying playmaker. Firmino, under Klopp's command, took the false nine concept to perfection. He pressed, linked up, and opened the channel for Salah and Mane, but did not have Kane's finishing ability. Kane is the convergence point between these two worlds. He drops back between the defenders to start the play and seconds later appears in the area to finish it. He creates and executes with the same ease. He thinks like a midfielder, finishes like a forward.
This balance is extremely rare. Performing in this hybrid role requires more than just talent.
It requires intelligence, reading, and absolute mental control. Retreating is not just running backwards, it's reading the game before it happens. Kane needs to scan the field all the time, interpret the movement of the midfielders, predict where the ball will land, and how the team should reorganize around him. It's almost like playing chess in motion, with 21 pieces moving at the same time. Physically, the task is brutal. He needs endurance to cover midfield areas and seconds later appear in the box to finish. Everything depends on timing. If he drops back too early, the attack loses depth. If it takes too long to return, the team becomes predictable.
Kane masters this balance with surgical precision. He knows when to speed up and when to breathe the game, a detail that separates the good from the brilliant.
For decades, the forward was seen as a predator in the area, but Kane challenged this logic. With him on the field, the team gains something rare: real-time tactical flexibility. When Kane drops back, the team naturally adjusts. With possession, it becomes a 4-3-3, with him functioning as the third midfielder. Without the ball, it becomes a compact 4-2-3-1, ready to press. This transformation happens without the coach needing to change anything, just through Kane's reading. He is the type of player who dictates the system with his decisions, not with performance on paper, but his impact goes beyond tactics. Kane also controls the team's emotions. When he drops puck and holds the play, the team breathes. When he speeds up, the pace changes. He doesn't lead by shouting, he leads by dictating the pulse of the match. Teams with Kane on the field rarely become disorganized, even under pressure. He offers what few forwards can: mental stability amid chaos. It's the kind of silent leadership that is felt more than seen. Each touch of his reorganizes the entire team, and that's why he has become a true maestro, the forward who orchestrates like a midfielder. In pressing systems, for example, his positioning blocks the opponent's passing line, forces the rival to play on the flanks, and opens space for tactical traps. He defends without needing to steal the ball, controls the space before the play happens. Do you think Harry Kane has enough talent to be a great number 10? Comment below. I want to know your opinion.